This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. Yo, what up everybody? This your boy Black Magus and Talkin Walking Dead Season 5 Episode 13, 14? I don't give a fuck which episode this is. Call this the Punk Bitches, and I don't know how to frame the other thing, so I'm just going to leave it alone because I'm kind of pissy about some of the things that happened in this episode, but I think Punk Bitches is the proper title for this whole entire episode, to be quite honest. Anyway, so after last week's party and shit like that, you know, the episode everybody like to call stale, where you got a lot of fucking craziness and action in this one, didn't you? Fuck me. The craziness was just, oh my god, mind blowing. Mind fucking blowing. So, how can I start this? First of all, we have Gabriel, the priest, tripping out, ripping up the Bible, which should have let you know this dude was about to do some fucked up shit somehow in the show, and he ended up doing some fucked up shit. Motherfucking bastard. Anyway, so Glenn goes out with the, you know, spoiled rich kid and his boy on another run because they're out of power. They need to get some stuff to turn back on the generators, or the solar panels, whatever it is they're using. I think it's solar power that they're using. Whatever it is, they need something to fix it. So Glenn's going out with Noah. What's the name of the lesbian chick? I forget her name. She's such an inconsequential character to me. Same as Noah, if you think about it. But it's Glenn, Noah, Eugene, the girl, and the two douchebags. So they go out to go get these, these things that they need to fix the solar panel. Meanwhile, you got Rick. I said Mick. Why did I say Mick? You have Rick, dealing with the issue with the married lady who I think we are going to eventually see him fuck her because they just keep giving each other the look. Rick is about to dig in that. Seriously, he is going to get up in that eventually. In the meanwhile, she has like a quote-unquote mystery where the sculpture that she had showed Rick earlier is fucked up. So she has Rick investigate it. And it's kind of weird because at first you kind of thought that, she was a little happy. At least for me. She seemed to be pleased to give a reason to get Rick in her house. Really think that she's gonna fuck him. Of course, I've read the comic book, so I know more than some of the others, but it's speaking only in terms of the show. Really think she was to fuck Rick. But anyway, we also had Abraham going out on his job, which is to help people construct the wall, and the part with Abraham was really, really cool because it was something pretty much straight, at least from what I can remember, something straight from the comic book. Where while they were working on the walls, they got assaulted by a bunch of zombies, and he saved one of the members and ended up, de facto taking over without even really trying to take over. The fact that he rescued her, he gained the respect of the other people, which was really, really cool. And the guy who was in charge, he even said, yo, this dude's the man. He needs to be in charge. He's better than me. He kept everybody alive and he got shit done. So you need to fuck with him. You know what I mean? Which I thought was really, really cool. Not quite sure what Maggie is doing with the head of the whole community. The senator, or was she a congresswoman? I forget exactly what it was, but she seems to be kind of like an advisor or something. I forgot exactly what job she was given, but that's what she seems to be, like her liaison or something like that. But Maggie saw that and she was like, yo, I'm giving you guys more power. I don't know how people feel. And Maggie's like, yo, we're cool, you can trust us, whatever, what have you. So Flashback to Eugene and them group. They go out to get the cells, and of course, some bullshit ensues. Got to be some zombies coming after them, and all of that. And what was really fucked up was it didn't have to go down that way if it wasn't for the senator's son, who, being the brass jerk he is, he's getting attacked by a zombie that's in some riot gear or what have you, and he's just like shooting it, and I didn't really see it, and I think they did that intentionally where they made it hard to see, but Glenn apparently saw that this dude had something explosive on his body, the zombie, and of course, the brat, he shoots it, blows shit up, and that's when everything pops off and all shit goes extra, extra crazy. Now, before I finish that part, I'm going to go into the whole thing with Carol, and I guess conclude Rick's part where Carol, her house is invaded by that little brat who she threatened, which I have to say, kids are peculiar, because I'm sorry, if this chick just basically told me she was gonna murder my ass, no, let's take a step back. She didn't say she was gonna murder me. She was gonna take me and stake me out into the wild and let undead come across me and eat me alive if I told on her. Somebody who's crazy enough to say some shit like that to me, I'm not fucking with them. Maybe I was a different breed of kid when I was young, but I'm not. I don't care if she says she's gonna give me cookies. And I'm fat. I don't care. Cookies ain't that appealing. Hell, I could be a grown man and she could tell me that, well, no, not Carol, because can't go there. If Carol offered to give me some, I'd have to, politely decline. But anyway, you get my point. This chick just said that she was going to pretty much kill you, but you're sneaking in her fucking house, digging through her shit. You got some balls on you, kid. Either that or you're playing stupid, and I think it's the latter. He's playing fucking stupid. So Carol is like, yo, what are you doing here? And he's, talking to her or whatnot. Convinces her to make him some cookies and stuff. I guess the mother and Carol came out and all that, and she softened a bit. But we come to find out that he was the one that tore up the statue, because you noticed earlier that chick's husband came at Rick. It was drunk as shit, talking to him, talking about let's be friends and all that. And Rick is looking at this dude like, whatever, dude, take your drunk ass out here, because I don't want to have to go there, But Rick, he kept it cool. He didn't go there, thank God. So hopefully his craziness is somewhat subsiding. He's thinking with a little bit clearer head in these days. I'm sure if we were looking at Rick, who was in the wild a couple of weeks ago, he would have probably just shot the dude in the head and dealt with the consequences later and not think about it. But anyway, so this kid admits that he broken up the statue, and you get the sense from him that he did it, because he was just acting out. And then he asked Carol for a gun. She was like, why do you need a gun? And he was like, it's not for me. So pretty much you get the sense that dude is beating on him and his wife, or at least his wife. So got drama there in that area, especially when Carol comes and talks to Rick about it. It's like, you know what you gotta do? You gotta kill this dude. And it's like, yo, Carol, really? Is it really that fucking serious? But flashback to Carol's situation, and part of the conversation she had with the kid, you have to realize that she comes from a very abusive relationship. So for her, I guess it kind of makes sense for her to go to that extreme, saying that she dealt with it most of her life. Most of her adult life when she was married, I should say. So that was interesting. But going back to Glenn and them. So after douchebag blows up stuff, he pretty much impales himself and is like dying. It's stuck on these like two metal girders or whatever, pretty much bleeding out, dying. And at the same time, he calls anonymous girl, the lesbian, to get fucked up and have head trauma. So they're trying to figure out what's up with her. You have Eugene watching over her while they are trying to get out and get to this kid. By the way, I thought it was kind of cool how they showed Eugene talk about how much of a punk he was, but in the end he came through and show that he has a little bit of heart within him. But they go after the kid, and Eugene does a brave thing while they're trying to get this kid off the thing. He decides to man up and try to save this chick's life and carries her outside, takes out a couple of zombies, which was pretty cool. Meanwhile, they can't get the kid off, and eventually it gets swarmed by zombies. And you see his friend acting like a bitch, talking about, we left them, I gotta leave you, and he's running and shit like that. And that's when the senator's kid decides to reveal, hey, yeah, that's why these people died, because we left them and all that. Then he gets his ass eaten. So Glenn and Noah are chasing after this dude, and they all get stuck in one of those rotating doors. So it's a situation where Glenn's trying to be ingenuous. Did I say that right? I don't know. Anyway, he's trying to be clever about shit, break the glass to try to get out, so then they can, him and Noah can get out, and then they can spin the door so dude can get out. After Eugene, he gets to the van, he draws off the zombies with some noise and stuff like that so that they can actually escape. But this dude, being the bitch that he is, forces the door open enough for him to get out, but enough also for the zombies to get in and grab Noah. Black man down, because that's what we do on this show. For real. I mean, look, I'm not trying to make this a racial thing. At the same time, it is kind of crazy how damn near every black person on this show goes, and then they go in a fucked up way at that. You had, although I will say this, Tyrese's was more of a stupid way than just a fucked up way. But Noah went in a fucked up way, and even T-Dog, somebody who we don't give a fuck about for real, went in a fucked up way. And it was just like so bad to see that happen. It's like, I know it's obvious if you kill the douchebag who was a part of the trouble, but just kill the douchebag. Yeah, Noah, he's an inconsequential character, and we know he was going to go eventually, but it still it was bothersome that in that situation he had to be the one to be sacrificed when you have the obvious sacrifice right there. Now this dude runs, he tries to take over the van from Eugene and still leave fucking Glenn. That's when Glenn punched the shit out of him. He should have just left him there, to be quite honest. Just left that bitch there to die. For real. But that was part one that pissed me off. Part two that pissed me off was fucking Gabriel. So at the end of the show, you have Gabriel go to the senator, and he's telling them, I don't know why you're trusting these people or letting them in, but they're horrible, they're disgusting, they do crazy things, they do evil things, you're risking your life with Rick and them. Now, granted, Rick and them definitely, are dangerous because they've been out there for a while, they've seen some shit, and they're not to be played with. Don't fuck them over. As long as you don't fuck them over, you're good. But if you try to come at them sideways, they're gonna bust your shit up. That being said, they're not gonna just go, randomly off and take out people just because. That's not their nature. That's not their style. It never has been. They've always tried to give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I know in the beginning when they first got there, they were really standoffish and things like that. But, at the end of the day, they're out for the best intentions. They're survivors, but they're not just gonna go and do some really evil shit. They've never done any evil shit just to be fucked up. And the funny thing about the whole thing with Gabriel is when you're seeing him tell this story, I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, all I had in my head was, dude, you're the one who locked up your fucking church and left your entire town sitting out there trying to get into the church because the church is supposed to be a sanctuary. You being a priest, the deal with sanctuary. You're supposed to provide sanctuary for your flock. What you do, you took all the food, you locked them the fuck out, and you sat there and listened to them getting eaten alive by zombies because you were too much of a bitch to do the right thing. Yet you're trying to talk shit about Rick and them? Fuck out of here. The fuck out of here, Gabriel. And it's he's just really, really trying to impress upon the senator that, these people, get them out of here. You don't want them around them. They're not good people. And it's you're staring the devil in the face. He's telling you everybody else is evil, but you're looking at the devil in his face. That shit fucking set me off. I was like, this punk bitch motherfucker. Goddamn. So yeah, this is a good title for this episode. It's just all full of punk bitches. And Maggie overheard the conversation, so I'm curious to see how she's gonna approach it, because Gabriel just straight up fucking lied. He fucking threw them under a bus. That bitch, man, he fucked me up. But anyway, whew, sorry, this went on longer than it normally does, but it's a lot of anger to let out. Anyway, as always, you guys hit me up, let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Megas, and I'm out. Deuces.